Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Badger. In today's video, I'm going to be going over my high round strategy guide for the Giant. Before we even start, there's a couple things we need to take care of first. This is going to be our Gobblegum setup. For classics, we're going with the same one we always use. Alchemical, In Plain Sight, Anywhere But Here, Fundamental Accomplishment, and Lucky Crit. For Megas, we're going to be using Raindrops, Alchemical, Cashback, Shopping Free, and In Plain Sight. The reason we're not using Perkaholic is just because there's only 6 perks. Now, if you didn't know, there's actually a secret Easter egg on the Giant that allows you to get stamina up and Deadshot. There's a way to tell as soon as you spawn in. I will throw a picture up right now. You can actually see it from the spawn room. And then there's also going to be 2 different strategies I'm going to be going over. There's going to be the harder one and the easy one. The harder one is actually the VMP room, and the easy one is obviously the spawn room. But for the spawn room, these 2 doors I'm shooting at here, you're going to be keeping these closed. Do not open them, otherwise the zombies are going to be coming from above the fence, which we do not want. And then for the VMP room, you're going to want to keep this door here closed, otherwise this will completely ruin the strategy. Do not open that door. And like I mentioned earlier, the secret Easter egg, you're going to need monkeys out of the box, and then go to each of the 3 teleporters, throw a monkey in the teleporter, and while that monkey's active, teleport, and you'll see there's going to be the buttons that are going to be lighting up next to Pack-a-Punch. So once again, just do this at all 3 of the teleporters. And then once you're back, you're just going to hit the big red button. You'll see a giant laser, follow it, and this is where your perk is going to be. Alrighty, getting into the actual strategy. So first up is going to be the VMP room. You're going to be wanting the VMP, the Vesper, and the Wonderwaff. Realistically, just get turned on one of the guns and then your other AAT. Do anything but Deadwire for the first couple of rounds. This is literally just because of the fact that Deadwire and a Wonderwaff, when combined, completely screw each other over. If you kill a zombie with a Deadwire gun or the Wonderwaff, you cannot get a max ammo. So I usually just run with Fireworks or Thunderwall, just because Thunderwall activates relatively quickly. And I don't know why the whole thing with the Deadwire just not activating is a thing. It's never made sense to me, but it is just a bug that for some reason happens. But basically what you're going to want to do, there's 2 ways you can really run this. You can do basically a giant loop around the room, and usually at the stairs is where I try to activate either your AAT, and then also normally run around with the Wonderwaff out just for protection. And then if you get trapped, you're gonna want to be activating your turned as much as possible. Also, I recommend grabbing the Bowie knife just for the dogs because they are very annoying on this map. I would recommend putting turned on your Vesper just because it activates faster with SMGs, and you're going to want your VMP to be your main gun for this strategy. Basically, when the trap is also ready at any point, go over to it and activate it when you can. This is just going to speed up the rounds a lot. This strategy is faster than the spawn room strategy. That's why I like using this one, because this map is kind of boring when it comes to high rounds. But for the first 50 to 60 rounds, you can really just use anything to get through them. But after about round 60 to 70 is when you're going to want to switch out your 1 AAT for Deadwire on the VMP. Just know that you will not get max ammos past that point. You will get max ammos during dog rounds and or like when you kill a zombie and the turn pops with it. When you kill that like group of zombies, you do have a chance of getting a max ammo. But the other way to run it is the figure 8. And the figure 8 is a little sketchy because even here with the waff tends to not work a lot of the times. So trying to run a figure 8 is kind of annoying. There's 2 ways you can really run the figure 8. You can run it by the actual VMP wall buy, or you can do it by the barrier where they spawn. I prefer the barrier where they spawn, but if you don't have any room to really move, you're going to need to do it by where the VMP wall buy is. Stamina up is super helpful in this part, but if you don't have it, you don't overly need it. It's not the end of the world if you don't get it. And if you get a death machine, you're going to want to go to the stairs, or you can come over into the corner by where the perk in the mystery box location is. I like going over here just because I can hit all of the spawns where they're coming from, just again speeding up rounds. I really would not recommend this strategy if you are not that great at zombies or if you're learning this map. VMP room can be very difficult and challenging, and there's even times where I'm not paying attention and a dog will sneak up on me and down me. When you come over by the trap to go pull it, always have your Wonderwaff out because otherwise there is a very high chance that you might go down. Now with the VMP and Deadwire, I would recommend activating it once by try like the zombies barrier where they spawn out of, and then I would also try to activate it again once on the stairs, and then once you go past the barrier where they spawn, have your Wonder Waff out just in case. But yeah, a lot of this is honestly just trial and error and just making sure you're not like putting yourself in a stupid position, because this room can be very challenging, and it's just playing it smart. Alrighty, so for the spawn room strat, you're gonna head through the VMP room to power, and then to get the pack-a-punch turned on, it's actually really easy. Without opening those two doors, you can still get the teleporter link. Now I'm gonna play this entire path out for you guys just in case you do need this for reference. So for this part of the strategy, until about round 50 to 55, you can actually camp here at the mainframe. And this is just basically using the Wonder Waff, the RK5 with any AAT, and the Shiva with turned. Once again, for this strategy, do not use Deadwire because you will not be getting max ammos from using the Waff or Deadwire. And this strategy up until the 50s is pretty simple. It's literally just shooting the Waff at the floor and just letting it chain. To get drops and stuff, I would recommend just shooting your AATs as much as you can. Fireworks is really good for this too. I just prefer Thunderwall for some reason. I just like using Thunderwall, honestly. But if you do get an insta-kill, I would just recommend using the Shiva. It's got more ammo, so you won't be burning through all your RK5 ammo. Having a turn zombie in this area really helps too, because it's just going to speed stuff up and can kill the zombies before they even jump up. You do have to be careful of reloading the Wonder Waff though, because when you reload the Wonder Waff, it won't let you shoot it right away. So what I tend to do when I reload it is do a knife right when I see my ammo count pop back up to 6. This is actually faster than just like normally reloading the Wonder Waff. So to get another perk in the Giant, I completely forgot to go over this earlier. All you're going to need to do is literally just teleport. Once you have all the teleporters linked and you just use the teleporter, there is a chance you will get a free perk drop, and that's how you get extra perks. Alrighty, moving on to the actual high round strategy part of this. You're still going to want turned on your Shiva, you're going to want your Waff, and you're going to want Deadwire on your RK5. You're mainly going to be using that Deadwire, and you're going to just be running around in a like little half moon crescent in the back here by the RK5 wall by. Honestly, there's really not much I can really even go over. If you're on lower rounds and you have an alchemical, if you want to use your Waff, go for it. But I would just recommend making sure you're using your Deadwire basically as much as you can, as well as your turned. Your Deadwire should recharge in time for you to basically do like a half crescent. I don't really know how to explain like the movement of it. I don't really know how to explain like the shape you're doing, but like as soon as you basically move from the left to right side, as soon as you come back to that left side, you should be able to use your Deadwire again. Dogs are going to be a huge reason why you're probably going to go down on this map, so if you can, try to target the dogs, and if you're really not confident in taking the dogs out, I would just recommend using your Wonder Waff to take care of the dogs. Also, if you don't feel comfortable just using the RK5, have your Wonder Waff out if you see a large crowd of zombies. This way it's just going to guarantee that you're actually going to stay alive. Your turned is really going to help out because your turned will actually kill a good chunk of zombies for you. Yeah, there's really not overly a ton to explain about this strategy. It's just going back and forth with Deadwire basically. If you ever notice when you try going to the left that you don't have enough room to go to the left, so let's say you end up doing a circle instead of a crescent moon, you can just run up the stairs. Since there's no zombies will be there because they will only path around that main teleporter, you're going to be able just to run right up the stairs, and that's basically going to be your safe haven for a couple seconds. Once again, just like the VMP room, this is all just about being smart and not making dumb decisions. This map can actually be a little bit challenging, especially when you're learning it, because of the dogs. Literally just because of the dogs. I hate these dogs so much on this map. That's going to be all I have for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like, hit that sub button. We're on our way to 2K. Again, if you have any questions that you need me to answer for you, leave them down in the comments. I'll answer them. And yeah, peace. Jackie